Good afternoon, everybody. I thought I would make a short video regarding my brain tumor because I know that when I was diagnosed with a stage 3 Anaplastic Astrocytoma, it was quite disconcerting. So I was a bit in shock because I remember when they said, well, if it's a stage 1 or 2, we're going to monitor the tumor. But if it's a 3 or 4, where you're going to have surgery and radiation and chemo. Well, anyway, that's what it came to. So after I was diagnosed in 2018, I actually made an appointment right away to get the surgery done. Yeah, so that's what I did. So I think about 20 days later, I went ahead with it. And it was really painless. I was actually quite freaked out about it, but, it didn't hurt or anything. And I just remember waking up, and I heard the doctor say, hey, I think we got it all. And I thought, well, great, that I didn't feel any pain. But I did have a splitting headache, actually. I don't want to say any pain, but my head hurt really bad for about 3 weeks. But then it did go away. And I just remember my memory was just horrible. And I couldn't speak. I actually had to learn to talk again. But it was slow going, but eventually I got it. As you can see, I'm talking regularly. But it affected my memory. My memory's been pretty poor. But I'm alive, and it's 2020, and I'm still here. And it's actually about almost been 2.5 years at this point. So I wanted to let everyone know that you can survive this. It started out with the surgery, and then they make like a little, since mine was a left frontal lobe tumor, they had to make like a little face mask, and it's kind of weird, and then when you have the radiation, they put this mask on, and you have to lay still, and you can't move for about, 20 minutes. It doesn't hurt or anything. You just get zapped in the head for 5 weeks straight. But I even got a ride to the cancer center. It was at OHSU. And I stayed at my dad's house. Unfortunately, he's passed away this past year. And so that's very upsetting because this is another Father's Day where I don't have my dad. So anyway, that's upsetting to me. So, and then they also gave me the chemo, but I highly recommend taking the Temodor. It's an oral medication, and I took that at the same time that I had the radiation at OHSU. And it didn't, I was expecting to get these massive diarrhea and sick and all of that, but I've got a very sensitive stomach, and my mom and I were worried that I was just going to get sicker than a dog, and I didn't. I had a couple of blowouts, if you know what I mean by that. But other than that, it was not really what I had expected it to do. I did lose some hair, as you can see, and it's not grown back. So, unfortunately, and I also used the Rogaine for women for every day for 6 months, and it didn't do any good. So I wanted to let people know that you can survive a high-grade stage 3 anaplastic astrocytoma, which is what I just did. So at first I had to go in and get my blood monitored for every month, which was a pain in the butt because I live about an hour and a half from the VA. They had to check your white blood cells and all of that because they say that with the chemotherapy, it could reduce the white blood cell count. So now I'm up to 6 months, and they told me I just had one. They said it was clear again. So they told me to come back December. So I just wanted to let everyone know. Hopefully you'll have the same. Oh, I want to show you a picture of it. So let me go ahead and get you a picture of this. Let's see here. This is the tumor. This is what it looks like when I had it. Hopefully you can see this. I'm trying to get a good view of it. So that's what it looked like before they took it out. As you can see, the brain is kind of in quadrants. And it took up a quarter of my brain. And this is what it looks like after they take it out. So, yeah. So hopefully everyone, you'll have the same success that I have had with this. So anyway, take care, everybody.